mostrar. Lo que pasa es que ella no se ha conectado y no sé en qué momento se irá a conectar. Porfitas. Ya se conectó, ya se conectó. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you today? Did you read my message?
Yes, I have just have a look through your message because it's late. It's 7 minutes late now, so I have just have a quick look. Yesterday, my connection dropped, and I restart my computer many times, and when it didn't work. It's over our time. So I didn't open it again.
Oh no, but I was saying that for today we can try to have the call without the video because when you have a video call, it takes much of your internet. So that might be a reason why the call drop. And when I share the screen and the video, it's a lot for your internet. So maybe this time we can try not to use the video to see if the connection doesn't drop this time. This is just a
Yes, teacher.
suggestion to see
Yes,
if we can finish the class
yes,
without dropping the call.
yes. I got it. I totally agree with you. So what will we do to this evening, teacher?
Okay, first, well, I am not using the video to help your internet.
Yes,
O-
understand.
Okay, so maybe we can try not to use your video.
Yes, I will. I have just
Very good.
uh, yes, switch off it my camera.
Yeah, we can try to do that to see if it works.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, if not, then we are going to try something else.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know if there are other devices using connected to the same.
I connect to the same, but it's very strange. Sometimes I switch it on. It work, and sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why.
Yeah, sometimes, for example, it happens to me that if there are um, different devices connected to the same Wi-Fi, this can drop because it's too much. Okay,
Yes.
so we are going
Yes.
to continue with the classes of yesterday, the climate change.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so I am going to share my screen and sounds with you as always. Here. And hopefully you can hear. Okay, can you see my screen?
Not yet, teacher. It's appear gradually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think should wait for some seconds. Yes, I see your screen now. Very clear, teacher.
Okay, awesome. So this was from yesterday. Yesterday you watched the video about hurricanes and you fill in the blanks. Now tell
Yes.
me, can you hear this? Just a second. Okay, there.
Yes. Just a second.
What is the rainforest? Level 2.
Can you hear it?
Yes. Happy.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so for today, let's continue. And yesterday, we were talking and discussing about the climate change and the weather in your country, the weather in my country, and how it has changed during the years, and the things that we are doing now to protect the environment and to do something about it. We are going to continue with this lesson, and here it says watch the video below and choose the best answer. Okay, the video. Okay, is it this one? No, it's not this one.
Unit 1, Lesson 1.
A lot of food in my house and
Hmm. Hmm. It's weird. I don't know why I cannot open the video. I lost the hyperlink.
Hyperlink.
This is a hyperlink. All the things that you see in blue color and underlined, that if you click on it, it will take you to a different web page. That is hyperlink.
Yes. Hyperlink.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I will text it here.
Hyperlink. Yes. Hyperlink.
Hyperlink, yeah.
Hyperlink. Yes, teacher.
But I don't know
Hyperlink.
why I lost it. It doesn't appear. Well, let's skip this part until I find out what happened. Here, climate change and health. As you can see over here, this is the water cycle. And the climate change cycle is really slow. I want to make it bigger for you. Yeah, I think it's better. Okay, here.
Yes. Better.
Yeah, I know sometimes it can be really small. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a cycle. Changes in animals, migration and life cycles, high temperatures and more heat wave, changing rain and snow patterns, stronger storms, damaged corals. These are corals where the fish live. Rising sea level, warmer oceans, thawing permafrost, changes
Perma.
in plant life cycles, less
Yes.
snow and ice, of course, because it is warmer,
Yes.
and more
Warmer.
droughts and wildfires. All of these
Yes.
are consequences about the climate change, the
Mm-hmm.
global warming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a shame that our president. didn't want to sign the agreement for stopping the global warming. I have to say that I'm not very proud of it.
Climate change and health.
Okay, here now let's watch the video um, and tell me what you understand about the climate change here. It's a 4 minutes video.
Climate change, adaptation and health. We know that the massive emissions of human-generated greenhouse gases are changing the climate. This change takes on very different forms in different regions. In some places, for example, flooding occurs, while others suffer drought or heavy rainfall and extreme storms. The one thing the various impacts of climate change have in common is that directly or indirectly they impact human health. Natural disasters are, of course, the most direct example. But extreme heat puts a strain on the human body too. These consequences are self-evident. Changes in temperatures and precipitation patterns also have indirect consequences for human health, including altering the permissive environments for malaria or dengue fever. These diseases are among the so-called vector-borne diseases that are transmitted by mosquitoes and flies, for example. Furthermore, waterborne diseases such as typhoid fever or cholera are becoming more common due to unclean water. Climate change can also cause harvest losses and, as a result, malnutrition. Both direct and indirect impacts can be devastating if we are unprepared. In this mountain village, for example, the child has a fever brought on by malaria. They never used to get this here. It has only been able to spread due to the rise in temperature. Professional health workers here are not adequately trained to recognize the disease. Or here, down at the river, the changes in precipitation patterns are causing it to overflow its banks more frequently, contaminating the drinking water and causing many people to fall ill. It is not only that the health centre is not coping with this sudden surge in demand for its services, the fields are no longer being tended because the labourers are off sick. Food supplies are starting to run low. In short, the demands on health services are increasing as a result of climate change. However, only very few are prepared for this. That has to change. But how? Well, first at the planning level, we have to start taking climate change into perspective and review all measures against the backdrop of future climate impacts. If we start doing this, then other key steps will follow. For example, the sick child. In the next biggest hospital, the child is able to get the treatment it needs. Here, they recognize the disease. Professional health workers in the mountain region also have to receive the necessary training. Adaptation measures also have to be taken into account in the budget. Needs-oriented planning of staff and medicines is of vital importance in this context. However, it is equally important to educate people. A few changes in people's habits and a few safety measures can minimize many risks. People just have to know what they are and how to apply them. For needs-oriented planning at national and regional level, it is important to better record and monitor the burden of diseases, including their geographical distribution, and to analyze that data together with climate data. Furthermore, the topic of health also needs to be taken into account in other sectors and in their climate adaptation strategies. In conclusion, climate change is threatening human health in various ways. Health sector successes achieved in the past are now at risk. It is time to act. First, the health system must be strengthened at all levels. That is important anyway. But due to the additional needs resulting from climate change, there is even greater urgency now. Second, climate change has to be mainstreamed into the health sector, just as health issues need to be mainstreamed into other sectors' adaptation strategies. This will allow for timely preparation for new challenges and the rollout of corresponding measures.
Wow, that was a really interesting video.
Yes.
What do you think about? What is your understanding about climate change?
uh, Climate change make the temperature, make the world become warmer, and increase temperature of our world, and as a result, there are many kind, um, this change impact on
These
people health.
changes.
Changes These
Yes.
changes uh, impact a lot on people health, indirectly and directly.
Do you consider this is true, that this information is true and it's really happening?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. It's a very interesting, I really interested about climate change. I really think that that's something that is really happening and it's a serious issue that we really need to do something about.
Yes, that's right, teacher. That's the truth.
Okay, here, causes of climate change. We have two causes of climate change, anthropogenic and natural. Can you please read both of them? Here, the causes of climate change. Can you please read that? This.
Causes of climate change.
Uh-huh.
Causes of climate change.
Yeah, but can you read the causes?
The causes
Yes.
uh, anthropogenic
Uh-huh.
chemical fertilizers,
Very good.
de- deforestation,
Mm-hmm.
increase vehicles,
Vehicles.
vehicles,
Vehicle.
vehicles,
Vehicles.
in vehicle, sorry, teacher,
Vehicles.
vehicle,
Okay,
vehicles,
without the
vehicle,
ha. Vehicles.
vehicle, vehicles,
V-A, like vehicles.
vehicles,
Very good. You got it.
vehicles,
Yes.
vehicles, increase vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
emissions of GHG,
GHG.
GHG,
Yeah, correct.
industries,
Very good.
emissions of CO2.
CO2. Very good.
Yes.
And now natural.
Natural, sunspot and solar cycle,
Very good.
ocean currents, forest fire, volcanic eruptions, meteorite,
Meteorites.
meteorites, meteorites, meteorites,
Yes.
methane, methane emissions from animals.
Very good. Now, and in here you have, let me change this. And in here you have a percentage about the climate change. What causes climate change? Most of New York's emissions come from transportation, electricity, and heating. Transportation 34%, residential 22%, commercial 22%, industry 14%, and waste 7%. What's causing the climate change? transportation, manufacturing, agriculture, electricity, heat. That is incredible. Bunker fuels, waste, fugitive emissions, deforestation, industrial process. Now, look at these percentages over here. This is from New York. But what about your country? What about in Vietnam?
In Vietnam,
Yeah, how are these numbers in Vietnam? Because, for example, I know that in Vietnam,
a
you,
lot of
yeah, but you don't,
motorbike.
yeah, there's a lot of motorbikes, and I don't know if you are used to walk or to use a bicycle. So, of course, those numbers have to change from one country to another. So, what about
Yes,
Vietnam? How, in your perspective, how are those numbers in Vietnam?
yes, I think that in Vietnam this number, the percentage of transportation caused climate change is about 40%.
40%.
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
And yes, industrial is maybe 30%.
Hmm. There's a lot of
Yes,
industry in Vietnam.
I think so. And many factories in Vietnam, but they do not have a correct. I mean that they do not have a proper
Hmm.
uh, waste water and garbage treatment.
Hmm.
Yes, so I think that the industry in
Industry
the industry um, cause a high percent
causes.
cause causes a high take a high percentage in in climate change
Change.
change
Okay.
change change.
Hmm.
Yes, and next, I think that about residential maybe the percentage
Hmm.
will be around 22%, 20%.
Wow. So
Yes,
industry and cars are the top two.
yes,
What do you
yes.
think the industry in Vietnam are doing? Well, first of all, are they doing something about it?
Doing the solution for reduce the climate change. Do
Yes,
you mean?
to prevent
Uh,
something.
I think that the government also appeal people
Hmm.
to to have an action to protect the country from climate change. But I think that it not have a good impact, a good I mean that a good mm, not have a good result from the warning from government.
For the
uh,
government.
yes, for example, government also use a lot of buses. The government finance a lot of buses as a public transportation for people to travel. But I think that just so reduce a little of motorbike using every day.
Okay. I think that it's a really good thing that Vietnam has. The use of motorbikes but I know this can only be used during summer. How about winter? How does it work on winter?
Because here we are tropical country, so in winter the 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 temperature is not very low. it's keep around maybe 20 degrees.
Oh no, I understand that. But for example, with the rain, isn't it dangerous to be driving a motorcycle,
Uh,
under the rain?
I think that in rainy season, it's the more dangerous to travel by motorbike.
Mm-hmm.
But it's people still use motorbike in rainy season because I think that because of that a habit and difficult for people to use another transportation
Oh,
because because here we have a bus as a public transportation, but the bus have a its routine, have a its routine, and
a route,
some
not routine, because routine is what you do every day. A route.
route it route. So sometimes the route is not enough to go everywhere. So people everyone use their own motorbike for
Mm-hmm.
more convenient.
Okay, for yes, I understand. Okay, but still, if they can still use the motorcycle during winter time, it's okay because they are still helping. Okay, here now. Climate change facts.
Change facts.
Yes.
Facts. Change facts. People from
Can you please read the climate change facts?
climate change facts. Continued emissions would lead to further warming of 1.8 to 4 degrees Celsius decrease
Mhm.
over the 21st century.
What do you think about this? Continued emissions would lead to further warming of 1.8 to 4 degrees over the 21st century.
It's a lot. It's
Yeah,
a yes. It's a heavy impact on. It's a big up change on the temperature.
yeah. You think that it will get lower, but it is increasing, so it's something to worry about, right?
Yes, a big worry.
Okay, the next one.
20, 20 to 30% of plant and animal species at risk of extinction if increase of global average temperature exceeds 1.5 to 2.5
Degrees.
Celsius degree.
20 to 30% of plant and animal species at risk of extinction if increases of global warming of global average temperature exceeds 1.5 to 2.5. So you think like, wow, it's only 1 degree, but this degree can make a lot of species to extinct. That's a lot. You wouldn't even think about it.
Um, it's a surprise number. I think it's very big number. I don't know if it's correct or not, but really a surprise with such kind of big number.
Yeah,
Do
it
you
is.
think so?
Only for 1 degree. Only 1 degree will make the difference.
Yes.
Okay, and the other one?
In India, with yield could
Yields.
the yield yields
Yields.
yields yields in India with yields could decrease by 5 to 10% per 1 degrees rise in temperature.
India has a lot of population, right? Have you ever
No,
visited India?
not yet, teacher. How about you?
No, I've never been across the
Yes.
world.
Yes. But I know it's Asian country, so it's near my country.
It's near your country.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
Not very near, but I think that's because it's in Asia. So I
hmm.
think that yes,
Yeah, so you,
Mm,
yeah, it's kind of like the same.
yes,
Okay. Millions of people from Bangladesh to Florida live less than a meter above sea level. So that's very close to the coast. Most of the world's major cities, from Shanghai to Buenos Aires in Argentina, are near the sea. Wow.
I need to see. And people from Bangladesh to live less than a meter above sea level. Most of the world's major cities from Shanghai to
Do you know what that
Buenos
means?
Aires. Yes, this sentence means that the sea level will uh, sea less than meter above. Will less than meter above the sea level. Will less than meter above sea level. Ah, that mean I think this sentence means the sea water level will higher and uh, higher and larger. So more big cities will come near the sea.
Exactly. So, what happens with the climate change, the global warming? Do you remember what we review over here? That is, I think it was in this one, that it says rising sea level
Yes,
because of the global
rising.
warming. And over here, we have this fact: millions of people from Bangladesh to Florida. So Bangladesh in India, Florida, United States, live less than a meter above the sea level. And from big cities from Shanghai in China to Buenos Aires, Argentina, that's a lot of people. So what happens if the global warming continues and all of these people that live near the coast? What is the possible consequence of this?
The I think that consequence of this is that the rich, the people live near the seas will take high risk, more risk in uh, if there are storm, they have a much impact from the storm because they live nearer the sea.
Correct. It's very dangerous, right? Soon
Yes,
they won't have a place to live because they have to move if they
yes,
don't have.
maybe some.
Hmm.
Yes, maybe some people will have a plan to move their house farther from the sea.
Okay, yeah, correct. Now, the next exercise. Read and answer the question that match the questions to the answers about climate change. Here. Okay, here. These are the questions that you have for the next reading. What is climate change? What is the greenhouse effect? What is the evidence of global warming? How will the weather change? What is the international community doing? So keep those questions in mind.
Yes,
And here. And if you can read this to then answer the questions.
yes,
I will
teacher.
fix it for you. Okay, here.
Yeah. A. Sea levels have risen by 10 to 20 centimeter.
Centi
Centimeter.
yes.
This is due to the expansion of warming oceans. Temperature records
Temperature. Temperature.
temperature, temperature,
Yeah, temperature.
temperature, temperature,
Temperature
temperature
records.
records show that the average temperature has increased by about 0.6 degrees Celsius degree in the 20th century. B, B Kyoto Protocol commits industrialized countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. It suffered a huge setback in 2001 when the USA, responsible for a quarter of global emissions, pulled out. See, the planet's climate is constantly changing, but now scientists believe that the extreme changes taking place today are a result of human activity. The changes we see today may affect the stability of the climate on which much life on the planet depends. The term refers to the role played by the layer of gases, including carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, which trap the heat from the sun in atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere. We need the layer to keep in some of the heat, but now the concentration of gases, especially CO2, is increasing and retaining more heat.
Very
It is difficult. Yes, it
mhm.
is difficult to predict, but we can
Predict.
expect predict
Mhm.
predict, but we can expect more extreme weather conditions like floods, storms, and heat waves. Scientists believe there will be more rain, but also a higher risk of drought in inland areas.
Okay, very good. Now, your point of view about the reading.
The reading tell a lot of impact from the climate changes.
Yes, correct. Now, let's try to answer these questions. What is climate change? Hello, are you there?
Sentence match. Yes, yes,
Okay.
I still hear you clearly. Yes.
Okay, awesome. I couldn't hear what you said. What is climate change? Can you please give me your answer? I don't know if I missed it. What is climate change?
What is climate change?
Yes,
Number one, with less. What is climate change?
in your word, what is climate change?
Ah, climate change mean um, the world the temperature will increase, maybe some more degree Celsius degree,
Hmm.
and it have a lot of impact on the life in the earth.
Correct. What is the greenhouse effect?
The greenhouse effect, it make it make temperature increase, and it cause a lot of disease to people, and it make the plant to change the cycle.
Okay, very good.
Also,
Mhm.
yes, yes, teacher.
What is the evidence
Number
of
three,
global warming? Yes.
yes, evidence of global warming um, are the water level rising.
Rises. The water level rises. Hello, are you there? Hello,
Hello.
you're there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
lost you. I really thought that by not using the video, we will not have this problem.
Yes. But I
Um,
think it is the internet eruption it happened uh, less serious than yesterday. I think I feel that the connection will be better if we don't show the picture, our picture,
yeah,
if we don't use
yeah,
our
correct.
camera.
Do you know another thing that that we can do maybe for tomorrow and for our next classes? Well, we have a lot of classes left, so we can just start to, testing to see how it works. If you have
Yes,
time tomorrow before the class, you can refresh or restart your internet and your computer.
yes, teacher. And so how about your schedule tomorrow evening? Because I hear that you have a big event in church, in the church, at the church.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as you are Catholic. So I heard before you share with me that tomorrow you have a schedule for your church. Is that right?
Yes, but I am free tomorrow at this time.
Yes, so
So,
tomorrow we can continue to study
yes, we can
for.
continue to study tomorrow because
Yes,
you are going to be off on Saturday.
yes, that's
So,
right, teacher.
yeah, so I don't want to miss a lot of days with you. So, let's have the class tomorrow and we'll be
Yes,
off on Saturday because you're going to the beach.
yes, teacher. So thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Let's see if we can finish with these questions before the time is out. Um, Number 4, how will the weather change? Oh,
How
sorry,
was
sorry.
the
I thought
weather?
I was sharing my screen and sounds with you. Sorry, sorry,
Yes.
sorry. My bad. There. Okay, now you can see.
How will the weather change?
How
How
will
will
in the future, yeah, it's a future question. How will the weather change?
yes the weather will will become warmer.
Warmer, yeah. And okay, number five, what is the international community doing?
um, uh, the international community is doing a lot. Have a lot of, measures of solutions for this matter. For example, they try to use a less vehicle to give which emit a lot of smoke. By using bicycle, by using public transportation, people try to grow many trees to provide oxygen,
To
to
provide
emit the oxygen,
oxygen,
to
oxygen.
oxygen in the environment. And uh, people to try to recycle the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And save electricity, save water. uh, yes, we are doing many things to keep our to keep the earth more cleaner.
Yeah, correct. Cleaner, yeah. That's good. Do you recycle?
Recycle. Recycle what, teacher?
Do you
Object we
recycle?
recycle object we had you we used.
You reuse.
Yes, reuse.
Um,
Um, yeah. For example, for the bottle, the plastic bottle,
mm-hmm.
to yeah to contain water. I try to use it a lot of time.
You use it as many times
And
as you can. But do you know that this is not good for your health, right?
yes.
To reuse a bottled water is not good for your health.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so we have for tomorrow, we'll still have a lot of this topic left.
Yes, teacher.
So we are going to continue with this topic tomorrow. We have some other
Yes.
videos and discussions about it. I think we can have, if we take advantage of our time tomorrow, we can even have start with the next lesson. So
Yes, teacher.
I don't know if you have any questions regarding today. How do you feel with the connection if we do not use the video? I think it was a little
Uh,
bit better, right?
yes, that's right, teacher.
Yeah, I thought that too. And you could connect really quick, so I think it's better.
Yes,
And for
I think
tomorrow,
so.
if you have time, because I know that you are really busy and I know that you jumped into your dinner table to the computer, maybe restart the internet before the class. This may help and it
Okay.
can last for the entire hour.
Yes, teacher, I will.
Okay, so I don't know if you have any questions, comments, or feedback regarding the lesson or myself.
Um, I feel the lesson about the topic of weather. I think it's a little bit difficult for me because there are a lot of new words I need to learn. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that but still very interesting to study and to get information from this topic.
Oh yes, but difficult is good because it means that that you are learning something new.
Yes, teacher, I agree.
So it's good. You know that
Yes,
your levels of English are increasing because you feel a challenge. And whenever you feel a challenge, it's because you are learning. If you feel that everything is easy, it means that you are not improving. You are staying in the same level. And that is not the
yes,
idea of this.
yes. And thank you for your lesson. I think that's I love your voice. So it's so nice.
Thank you. Sometimes I feel
Yes.
like I my
Thank
voice
you,
is
teacher.
like
And
like a
I'm sorry
child.
for waiting for me. Maybe I'm because
Oh no, it's okay. Don't you worry. I understand that you are coming from work and it is a little sacrifice for a few weeks that you're doing. And it's for the best of your family. Hello, you're there? I think I lost you again. Yeah, I did. Well, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can hear me because I cannot hear you, I'm looking forward for our next class tomorrow. Please have a good night, and I will see you again tomorrow.
yeah, see you again.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Yes. So, yes. Bye bye. See you
Okay.
tomorrow. I will turn on my internet sooner before the class, teacher.
Okay. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you, teacher.